Ryan from the Columbian Park Zoo is with us. Hey, Ryan.
Hello, Joe. How are you doing today?
Doing okay. So, one thing I wanted to ask you, of course, with the extreme heat that we have had, I was thinking about this, as far as the animals, kind of some of the animals, kind of like us, we don't like a lot of heat. I mean, we can do with some, but when we had that really, like in the heat index was feeling like it was like 106, 107. What do you guys do at the zoo to kind of keep the animals, as comfortable as possible for those that really, can't handle the heat?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, some of our animals really can handle heat. They have good adaptations to help them stay warm. They know to go to shady spots to cool off. But even like when we get even those animals, once it hits a certain level, it gets too hot for them. And so when it gets to those extreme levels of heat, like we saw earlier in the month, we're going to be working around the clock to make sure they're staying cool. We'll bring out things like frozen treats for them, either like frozen fruits or meat or even just blocks of ice for them to play with and get cool off with. We'll put out misters and fans to keep the air moving, cool them down. And for all of our animals, we have a plan for if it's too hot and too cold. So in the winter as well, if it gets to a certain point, we have plans where we can get them inside to air conditioning or cooler places for shelter if it does get to that point. Thankfully, we don't have it too often where it's that hot. But we have plans in place for all of that.
Well, that's good. That's good. Um, Also with, we still, have some weeks left of summer, and there are still some camps available even for adults too, right?
Yes, yeah. So we have a lot of zoo camps for kids, and we still have a few more of those. But there's also an adult camp coming up on let's see, oh, I did not write down the date. July 25th. It's a Saturday. It's a 1 day camp. It's not quite as long because we know adults have to do adult stuff, but it's an adult themed zoo camp. So if you're looking to relive some camp memories, the theme for this one is camp nostalgia, and so we're going to be doing those nostalgic camp activities that you might have done as a kid, or that you might be seeing kids doing now at camp. Of course, it's zoo camp, so you're still going to get to meet animals and learn about wildlife, but there's still going to be that kind of summer camp aspect to it.
Nice. And people can still sign up at columbianparkzoo.org, right?
Yes, they can. It's under the adult
Awesome.
programs.
All the adult programs. There we go. Now, I was not aware that World Snake Day is a day or is it a week?
It's a day, so it's technically the 16th of July. It's a day to celebrate snakes and hopefully encourage people to care a little bit more about them. They kind of have a bad reputation at times. For the most part, it's undeserved. They're really cool parts of the ecosystem, and so we're going to celebrate with some small activities. Our zoo team volunteers are going to be helping out. It should be a fun day. It's going to just be free if you come to the zoo with a paid admission, so it's no extra cost to it. So if you're interested, come to the zoo, come on in, and maybe get to learn a little bit more about snakes. I did bring a friend with us today, and I will say too, since I mentioned the date, it's the date is technically the 16th. We're celebrating because of staffing on the 17th, so we'll be doing it on a Friday. So if you're looking for weekend plans, it's going to work even better for you. So Friday, the 17th of July is when we're doing it, and we have a friend for you to meet if you're ready for him.
Yes, let's meet the friend.
You ready? All right, so I have Jess joining me. She's one of our seasonals with the ed team. She's been our camp manager, and we have a treat. We have the biggest species of snake native to North America. So we're going to get him out. So it takes two people just so we have a little bit extra support for him. All right, buddy. Good morning. How we doing? Hi. Here we go. Scoot
Oh,
over a little bit
wow.
so you can get a view. So this here is the tone. This is Drymos, and he is an indigo snake. So he is a snake from Florida, down south. So don't worry, you're not going to see a snake quite this big moving around Indiana, but we do have some snakes that are decent sizes. And I don't know if you can tell in this video, there's a little bit of iridescent sheen. In bright sunlight, it shows up a lot more on these scales. He looks mostly black when it's in like not direct lighting, but in bright lights, there's going to be almost an iridescent sheen like oil on the side of the road, and it's going to reflect kind of a rainbowish color, but mostly bluish purple, so indigo. And so it's really a very bright, brilliant color when you do get to see it. And so that's why they call them indigo snakes. They're one of the largest snakes in North America. They are these really cool species that live in Florida, Georgia, in these forests where they go share burrows with these gopher tortoises. And
Wow.
they have these really cool symbiotic relationship. And he's just a very handsome fella. He's an endangered species, so his purpose in our zoo not just to talk up snakes, is to talk up how they are endangered and how we can help them out by protecting snakes and their habitats. And yeah,
So
he can
he
be
is definitely
really.
one that enjoys the hot weather.
Oh yeah, yeah, he can handle the heat. He's one that will be taken out a bit more this time of the year.
How long is the snake?
How long is he? He is about 7 feet long. There we go. Yeah, so this snake is 7 feet long. He can get to be 8 to 9 feet long total. So he's still growing a little bit. In fact, he's grown about, it feels like he's grown a foot in the last year. We can look up the exact measurements, but he has grown quite a bit.
Now, I would say that if you encountered one of those out in Georgia or Florida, I would probably say your initial reaction would be to run. But is that
No,
true or
people
is
have,
that false?
yeah, we have natural fears of snakes because there's reasons to avoid them, right? They're venomous, and their way of saying, I need to be left alone, can be hissing or biting. So for a wild snake, it's probably a good instinct to know you don't want to grab them. In zoo settings, ones that have been born in zoos or are used to being around people, that's an okay snake to handle, like we're doing, and they get to help represent the wild snake. So maybe if you see one, your instinct isn't to run, but maybe just to not touch. And I think that's a healthier thing to just to look and appreciate and enjoy. Most snakes are carnivores that will hunt a lot of things that are like agricultural pests. So think small birds, small mice, and rodents, rabbits. They will be going after those types of animals. So if you have them around your yard, they probably help and protect your plants, your landscaping, and making sure that it's not getting overgrazed. So they play an important part of the ecosystem. Snakes basically all around the world.
Now, how fast
Checking
would
it
you
out.
say it is?
What was that one?
How fast do you think it is? Is it a fairly fast snake compared to others,
He
or
could get
about,
some good speed if he wants to. I'm not racing him. We're not going to find out today. I like to think I'm faster, but can't guarantee it. I've heard stories of snakes chasing people, but a lot of the times that's a misunderstanding. A snake, when they see a human, they can be scared. They're going to go find their safe burrow. And sometimes there have been stories of people seeing a snake charge what looks like at them, but what they're really doing is they're just beelining to their safe spot, their den, and they're looking for the ground to get away. So there have been a lot of stories of people being chased, quote unquote, that really aren't. The snake's just a little more afraid of you than you are of it, and it's just trying to get to its safe place too.
so you may both be running in the same direction, but for different purposes.
Exactly, yeah. Try going like perpendicular to where it's
There you
running. It might
go.
just go right on by.
Well, National Snake Day is coming up July 16th, but the zoo will be celebrating July 17th. And
But
you
it's
may
not,
see this indigo snake on
you'll make
Snake
it.
Day.
As long as he's doing well, sometimes he decides he's going to shed, and we don't take them out when they're shedding. But if not, if he's doing well, he'll make an appearance.
And I'm sure you're going to see a bunch of other snakes on Snake Day. Even if the indigo snake doesn't make it out, there will be snakes
There
for
will be
you to
snakes.
learn about and touch and see.
Yes, it's going to be a fun day.
All the info at columbianparkzoo.org. Ryan, thank you so much, and we'll see you again in August.
Thank you. See you in August.